So I just got done watching Star Wars Rebels. Can't recommend it enough. Let's talk about it. So I just got finished watching the end of Star Wars Rebels. Such an incredible series. It's four and a half. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's 4 seasons, but really it's the last season's a half season. It's only 15 episodes. And it gives a lot of hope for Star Wars. I know it's an older series. I've been meaning to watch it, just like, mean to read a lot of comic, you know how that is. But I pounded it out. I've seen parts of it. I've seen episodes, but really to watch it from beginning to end, it was enjoyable. It gives me a lot of hope of what Star Wars could be. I highly recommend it, and I really want to talk about a couple things. So number one, it's completely outside of the quote unquote Skywalker world, which The Mandalorian is too, and obviously there's books and other things. But it has great characters. You see them get together and kind of really build the team as a family. It's consistent with the Star Wars lore, and it expands it, which that's what we're really lacking, or I feel like some of the movies have not done the best job with. In other words, for example, for example, Empire Strikes Back was such an incredible movie, but you saw an expansion of everything, every element. You get to see another Jedi. You thought maybe Obi-Wan was the only one. Obviously, the big ending, you get to find out that, Darth Vader is Luke's father, but you see all kinds of other things. You get to see a lot of cool stuff with the Empire. You get to see different Star Destroyers. You get to see the ion cannon. You get to see the walkers for the first time. So Empire Strikes Back is such an awesome movie. And not to pick on Return of the Jedi and some of the other movies, which I did like Return of the Jedi, and I do like that movie. But you see more walkers, but you've already seen walkers. You see another Death Star, but you've already seen the Death Star. And that kind of got us into this kind of weird spiral. And then, of course, now we know the last 3 movies where they attempted to, tell the same story again and again and again. And, I have my issues with that. I don't hate the new trilogy as much as some people, but I definitely think it could have done a better effort for sure. And when you look at Star Wars Rebels, you've got it. So you've got great characters right from the beginning. It's consistent with everything and yet completely different. And there's brand new things that you've never seen. You get to see the Jedi Temple. You get to see a Sith Temple. I guess you've seen Jedi Temples before, but not like the one they have in this one. It's mystical, which is important. I think the Force isn't something that always makes sense or you understand. And so you learn new things about the Force, which is great. But yet it's consistent. Not everybody can heal everybody and bring everybody back from the dead. Another great thing is they bring in, of course, some of the old characters along the way, especially in the first season, maybe because they're trying to get their legs. You get to see C-3PO, and you get to see Princess Leia. You get to see some of those other characters. But then once it gets going, season 2, season 3, season 4, they do have some. Obviously, Rex is in there; he's brought back, but they're the characters. You like these characters. You don't need to see other characters. And yet you learn so much more about the Star Wars universe. You see new animals, like the Purgle or whatever. There's these big space whales. You see all kinds of different adventures. You see bounty hunters. You learn a lot about the Mandalorians. You saw some of that in Clone Wars, but you learn more here. And that's going to, it's going to make more sense for the Mandalorian. And hopefully, I would imagine they're going to keep consistent with some of the themes that you saw there. Sabine is a very interesting character. You get to see some of the stuff that she's involved with, and the rumor is she's going to show up in the Mandalorian. I think she's got to. And you get to see the relationship between Ezra and Kanan, and they do a great job. So Kanan is a flawed character, and is doing his best, and they really lean into that, and that's good. And Ezra, who is a kid in the beginning, obviously grows up, but really is still maybe like a teenager in the end. I was fearful that he was going to be really annoying. And he does have a couple moments where he's annoying, and maybe there was a little bit more of that in the first season, like I said. But by the end, he's his own character, and you really enjoy him too. And they bring in Ahsoka. They bring in Darth Maul, or just Maul, I guess now. You see Darth Vader, the Inquisitors. These are all new pieces that fit into the Star Wars paradigm, but they're brand new, like I said. And that's the best. That's really, I think, what gives me hope for Star Wars is this is the type of storytelling and, you know, kind of epic grand scale, yet localized to like a set of characters that we want to see. I know Filoni is highly involved with The Mandalorian. Filoni is the one who did Rebels and, of course, Clone Wars. And he seems to be the guy. He gets it. He knows, he really has a good feel for it. So do you have Darth Vader in the entire thing? No, Darth Vader does show up at key moments, and he is impactful and scary and great. There are awesome moments. And really some of the best moments in all of Star Wars, and they don't rush them, and so they feel deserved. You get to see the death of Ahsoka, which, you know, obviously they bring her back later, which is a really weird, that whole is a very, very weird episode where they're going back into the temple, and he pulls her back through time. It's very weird, but yet cool. You learn something new, and doesn't feel, I mean, not to once again pick on the new trilogy, but it feels like they're as confused as you are, and they don't explain it, and they're just like, you know what, we're not going to explain this, and you're going to have to, you know, watch some more Star Wars later on to figure it out, or maybe you never figure it out. So Ezra does save her. I'm going to have to go back and make sure I say spoilers like 15 times the beginning of this video. But you see the death of Maul, which is, once again, feels deserved, and you can really see how and why he has his agenda. Darth Maul has his agenda. He's not fooling around, and it's to find Kenobi and get his revenge on Kenobi. And if you've, you know, seen Clone Wars, if you've obviously seen Episode 1, you know why. And so that's a great kind of side arc, but is fun to watch. The Inquisitors are great. You get to see some great stuff with the different Imperials. One of the Imperials defects, and so you see that, and that's a very interesting, you know, that's not something you see because the Imperials are just these cardboard guys that always have British accents, and, you know, they kill them, you know. So, but so that's very interesting, and then of course in the end, they leave it wide open. In the end, Thrawn and Ezra are taken by the crazy weird creatures, and you don't know where they went. They fast forward, and you get to see Hera has a kid. You get to see that Sabine and Ahsoka are going to go find Ezra. So what does that mean? I don't know. Is it another series? Do they end up in The Mandalorian? You know, we don't know. But it's definitely worth your time. I hope I didn't spoil a ton of stuff here. I guess I did. I spoiled most of the big heartbeats. But either way, you will enjoy it. You'll enjoy the characters. You'll enjoy the callbacks to the original movies, yet you'll see brand new things. And that's really what I think you want to do when you're building the universe. Anyway, thanks for listening to my video, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon.